What's going on, everybody? I hope you are well. So for those of you who don't know who I am Jaren, a voice teacher, speech trainer, and the founder and owner of this studio, the Jaren M. LeGraire Studio. And today we're talking about the queen herself, Miss Patti Labelle. And I've always wanted to do an array of different artists from different eras, different types. So I'm excited to talk about Queen Patti Labelle today. She is one of my inspirations vocally and performance-wise, honestly. And she is known for being a showstopper. So before the video starts, let me say this. If you want to see the full video without me talking, you can click the link in the description of this video and go right to the video and enjoy it all the way through without me talking. So without further ado, let's get right to the analysis. Here is Patti Labelle singing Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
I love you too. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high.
Where do I even begin here? So as you can see in this video, she is not afraid to perform and to really manipulate her voice, her resonance, her articulation to really convey a message of the song the way she wants to convey it. Ain't nobody like Patti in this world. So you notice her face, somewhere, that tongue is high over, instead of over. So the R is there, but it's kind of a Motown R, or kind of a very different R. Over, the lips are a little bit here, the rainbow. And she really takes her time within each line. And she also does a lot of register shifts. She uses her registers so seamlessly, but yet she really makes stark differences in how she formulates her vocal folds, if you will. So you hear the register shift, there's so it's a yodel. Essentially, she's yodeling right here. There's I can't do it like she can do it, but you hear the shift. So it's there's these are the vocal folds. Thick, thin, or chest voice, head voice. There's land. Okay, so that's what's really happening right there. Once again, shifting into something else. She goes to more of like a unique, almost childlike tone. That tongue is high, yan. There's some dropped soft palate, some dropped velum a little bit. It's almost a soft, thinner, headier voice. You know, and she's in the mic right here, so you can hear all the little differences, you know, that she's doing. So you hear how she's really maneuvering through her resonances and through her filter, through her articulation. And a lullaby, even right there in that little line. And a lullaby. So there was some narrow AES, maybe some higher larynx in there, something like that. And a lullaby. Then she kind of came back down on by. Kind of got soft, a little more breathier too. A lot of shifting she's doing. This takes a lot of control. In a lot of intentional manipulation. This is not easy. Even that little bit I just talked about, I'm thinking like, man, she did all of that in like 30 seconds. Meanwhile, I'm dissecting it and I'm thinking about what she's doing and all these maneuvers and all these shifts that's happening. Literally, it was 30 seconds of a song and she did all of those things already. Control, y'all. Control. I can't keep stopping each time, y'all. I know. I can't keep stopping each time. But you hear how then she shifted to more of a thicker folds, did a slide all the way up. But the resonance changed. The filter changed a little bit. And it got lighter, thinner, more twangier, more narrow as she went higher. So it was beefier at the bottom, but as she slid up, she literally said, okay, I gotta figure out how to get from this bottom to this top and then come back down off of it. The word is where, somewhere over the rainbow. So the syllable where and somewhere. That was still the word where. Where control, and intentionality.
Bluebirds fly. Oh, the birds fly over the great moon. And why? Somebody tell me why. Can
I love her, man. So I feel like generally when she's in more of like a normal part of her voice, a kind of more of like a run-the-mill Patti Labelle, kind of just not regular, I don't use that word, but you know, just kind of typical. There's a slight undertone of some back of tongue action. I feel like the tongue goes back just a little bit. You hear how my sound changed and I brought my tongue back just a little? Somewhere over the rainbow. So you hear how the tone kind of got a little more guttural, if you will, maybe, if you want to use that word. So that back of the tongue root action gives some really cool textural layers to what she's doing and how she executes her voice, especially like when she's kind of just singing a song for what it is without all the other stuff that she can do so well. There's some back of tongue root undertone in her voice, I think.
someday I wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me.
And she comes out of the tongue root. She doesn't stay there the whole time. That tongue root, the back of the tongue, comes in and out. So it's another layer of vocal texture, timbre, that you can play with, that she plays with really well, but you can play with as well in really adding some cool drama to your voice. So you hear that, why? So she went from more of a higher chest thick fold thing to a switch to the head voice right there. Her slides are so good, and her high notes, especially in chest voice, are so resonant and piercing and right there. And be clear, she still got it. She still has these notes today. So I love how she can shift in her slide, and it almost gets more of like a whinier quality, but not whine in a bad way, just a whinier, more cry-like quality with that high tongue, narrow AES, kind of a narrowing, twanging right there. Higher larynx, the larynx is rising up while she's singing, so she can achieve these higher notes more efficiently because she's shifting her vocal anatomy. All of this, she's shifting this up and doing things. She can be what you call mixing. A lot of people want to know what mixing is. Mixing, in my opinion, is really manipulating the vocal anatomy to do what you want it to do. So, say I'm going high in chest voice, but when I go high in chest voice, I want to have it lighter instead of being way more heavy, so I'm going to add some twang. I'm mixing twang, I'm mixing a maneuvering of my vocal apparatus, my vocal anatomy, with the thick folds of chest voice to achieve what I want to achieve. So essentially, I'm mixing my concoction of the voice to achieve what I want to achieve. I'm mixing my voice. I think people get confused because some people call mixed voice a register. In my humble opinion, it is not. Maybe you think it is, and that's fine, but how I teach and how I understand it, it's not a register, it's a manipulation that you can do to make things happen, you know? So people mix differently. People do different things to their voice to mix differently. So I don't believe there's a one way to mix. I believe we just know how to use our voice the way we want to use it. It's all one voice used differently, you know? Be surprised. This is my theory. I wouldn't be surprised if her body movements helped her to keep the stamina of how she sang. She's also a performer. She gonna give you all the drama, all the glitz and glamour, all the fanfare. She gonna give you that. And that's what we love about you, Patti. But I also believe that singers are a little more methodical than we think. And I bet you, or it's just my theory, I'll say, that she uses her body movements, her performing, to help her to anchor, she uses her body to support. I mean, if you notice, look at her torso. Like, she's doing a lot of different stuff. I'll do different stuff when I sing too. I may clench my fist. I may clap. I may, you know, kind of squish my arms together, things like that. Those things are helping me to anchor and find stabilization and support for what I'm trying to do. So maybe that is some of what she's doing. I don't know. It's my theory. I may be completely wrong. It's my theory.
Tell me if a little teeny weeny bird can get up there and fly over the rainbow.
Did you see her lips right there? Rainbow. She did a lot of moving just right here in the lips, so it brought all those different colors to the word rainbow, or the syllable bow of rainbow.
That oh, why I love you.
I love how she stayed lighter here. Why can't I? You know, whatever she did. It's okay to use different parts of your voice, and I bet you this probably helps her save some of her bigger stuff when she kind of goes lightheady. It saves some of her bigger stuff so she has the ammo to do the bigger stuff. You don't have to gut everything and belt and chest everything if you don't want to. If you want to, be my guest. But if you don't want to, it's okay too, you know? And I feel like you can use different parts of your voice, different registers to really save other parts of your voice, other parts of your register to really execute songs in an efficient, but still a cool, fantastic way. Did you hear that slide? There was a little growl in there as she went up. There was a little growl. She kind of brought it in, and it was darker. And so she really brought it up that way. I'm not going to try to do that slide for real. I thought about it just now, but I'm not going to try to do it anyway. So she really maneuvered her resonance and her vocal tract and all those things once again to get from that low to that high. Once again, intentional, intentional, intentional. Smart singing. At this point, she's taking us to church. I mean, she took us to church at the very beginning of this too, but now she just going to town. The song is over. She driving it now. Let's take this thing on home. And I love how she performs and kind of gets loose, and the audience loves it too. Obviously, I'd have been cheering and stuff. I may have been shouting, honestly, but you know, the audience is cheering and getting into it. Yes, she's really at this point bringing it on home, letting it all hang out. Let's go. We here now. Let's go home. Did you hear the yodel shifts again? Right there, they're right there. Why? She's doing that stuff again, that yodel shift, that register shift, that break. It's okay to sing in your break. Like, it's okay. People want to run away from it all the time because they, oh my God, it sounds bad, blah, blah, blah. It's really okay to sing in your break. It's really okay. you enjoyed this analysis as much as I did. So if you did, click subscribe down below, then click the alert button next to it so you know the next video is posted. And as I always say, be vocally bold, creative, and aware, but most of all, be vocally you. All right, y'all. See y'all soon.